something that looks a little bit like we believe that INEC has to prove itself. It has to prove the results it announced were true and were real. There are 176,600 polling stations. That's a lot of polling stations. INEC's rules required each polling station to collect the votes, count the votes, and they do it the old-fashioned way. They get the paper votes, they count them. They put them in stacks for each of the primary candidates. They were to gather those results, publish the local results, and then transmit the results. And ultimately, they would go to Abuja and be certified. Well, what happened was they published some of the results early on, and then they took them down. And so what they have is something that looks a little bit like this, scribbling, when it used to look like this, where it was written. Someone didn't like the results. That's what appears to have happened. Dr. Ogebe observed it happening. So what we have is vote rigging, vote buying, and bribery. So despite INEC's efforts, nothing good happened. And we're back to the same old thing, the same old efforts. So what do we do? What do we do in the United States? What do we do as members of the diaspora? What do we do as international attorneys or international law folks? What do we do to ensure democracy can thrive? That the promise of 1960 can become true again, hopefully. Well, we are asking that INEC throw open the curtains and let the full light of truth come in to prove the transparency and the veracity of the results they've announced. If the results are true, they should be able to prove it. It is absolutely not extraordinary to ask them to prove it. Show me your math. We've all gone to school. Show me your math. You've got a number. Show me how you got to that number. Prove what you did. There can be no debate that the initial investigations indicate that they were savaged. The rules were savaged. The rights of the electorate were savaged. It was polluted by blatant and widespread corruption. As Dr. Lloyd said, the four horsemen of democracy's doom, bribery, intimidation, insecurity, and vote rigging, appeared to trot and run roughshod all over the nation. They were harnessed to skew the results. We, NADECO, call upon the people of Nigeria to act peacefully, but to demand that proof be provided to them, that INEC prove the results they've announced. We also call upon the international community to join together with the Nigerian judiciary in a concerted effort to condemn and set aside the hastily announced results and instead proceed with the solemn seriousness this deserves.
Well, from what this man has said, it's not different from what Nigerians are saying, but the supporters of riggers, they are saying, hey, what's it concern America? Make they go sit down, make they go sleep, make they go this. Oh, now that time you go to yes, say Nigeria, now sovereign country, this and that is a simple thing. They are turning it upside down. Garbashi came out and told us that, ACAS were almost 16 million. He said that they wanted to hack the this thing that day. And people now say, what of the other elections that took place, the House of Assembly and House of Rep, they were able to upload those results. Why is it say now only that presidential, now they won't hack? INEC came out and said, no, it was just a technical glitch. No hacking of anything. The one, like I said, the Pantami said it was a hacker. Meanwhile, before you know, presidency itself done the talker, say a hacker. But the people where be say the thing concerned them, they say no be hackers. I don't know why they are speaking on behalf of INEC. And INEC, I know that they're going to be cooking a lot of things. They cannot just come out with one reason why the results were not uploaded on from the polling units. So they are looking for, because they know that if they come from this angle, people will attack them. They will come from this angle. So they are just looking for a very strong evidence they really want to use. Now, see what they are doing all up and down. Changing results. It's just so unfortunate. And those who are going to suffer, who don't even understand the meaning of suffering, they are there. I beg, go to court. This and this and that. This and this and this and that. I think they've allowed people to see the this thing, but they saw all the nonsense. Is that what they uploaded on the server? a lot of things were blurred. Why is it that you are blurring some of those things? Why can't you leave them and let people see what are there exactly? And you cancel some votes, and I'm sure people from that particular place did not know whether they cancel their audition. That was why you quickly announced Tinubu as the winner in the middle of the night. You can imagine. Hmm. You can imagine. What's it concern this thing? What's it concern this? What's it concern that? What's it concern anybody? Like seriously? These people, they are something else. They are something else. We all know the truth. The whole world knows the truth. Even the devil knows the truth. But the supporters of Riggers are saying, make they go put their, make they carry their mouth to go another place. You can imagine. You can imagine. It's just so ridiculous. This country, the more you look, the less you see. Oh. The more you look, the less you see. But all I know is that those who thrive in iniquity, who thrive in wickedness, they will never go unpunished. They will never go unpunished. For as many who still believe in the right thing, not you that say, oh, may you think maybe this thing is not favoring you. You want to stand on the side of truth. Not that tomorrow when it favors you, then you begin to do like television when not clear. No, it doesn't work like that. If you are standing for the truth, you have to stand for the truth from beginning to the end, irrespective of whose ox is God. Now, no, that is not the kind of thing we are talking about. Those who are complaining about Buhari's regime, all of a sudden now, the man that they are supporting said is going to continue from where Buhari stops. They are not seeing anything wrong with it. They are not seeing anything wrong with it. They will come out and begin to tell you all manner of stories, giving excuses. Now Nigeria, I think Nigeria is fine. Even with all the things happening, the presidency is saying everything is fine, and you there, you are still complaining in one breath. They will still defend nonsense. Even when people's lives are being taken, they will still defend this. The country is a terrible state. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.